Hello friends, in this session we are going to discuss about the features which are offered by the SOAP UI tool. So let's start. So SOAP UI is implemented using Java platform. It is based on Java programming language. All the standard protocols are supported by SOAP UI. For example, SOAP, REST, HTTP, HTTPS. So if you remember, we discussed about different kind of protocols which are there. So SOAP UI supports all these protocols and we can use them for doing any kind of functional testing. Also, the name suggests SOAP UI, but that does not mean that it is only supporting the SOAP APIs. You can test REST, which is Representational State Transfer API, as well as SOAP, which is Simple Object Access Protocol APIs using this particular tool. So it is giving us support to test both the kind of APIs. So when we are going to use the tool, then you will see that we are going to cover SOAP as well as REST type of APIs, and we are going to see that how SOAP UI helps us to test these different type of APIs. So the UI of SOAP UI is very user friendly. It is easy to understand. It is not very complex. So when we are going to use the SOAP UI, you will understand that it is not very complex and it is easy to create any kind of scripts that you want using this particular tool. So again, it's easy to learn as we discussed because its UI is simple. So all the menu options are easily locatable and we can use those menu options to do any kind of recording or any kind of scripting which we want. Another important feature of SOAP UI is that it is giving us option to do any kind of data-driven testing also. That means that if we have stored our data at an external location, then we can use the files to fetch this particular data and use it as part of our SOAP UI. So it's not mandatory to put all the data inside the script only, because there are sometimes scenarios where we want to test multiple users with different credentials. So at that time we want it to be data driven test rather than our credentials which are provided inside the test. So at that point of time we want to do data driven testing, and SOAP UI helps us to do this kind of testing. Also, we can do any advanced scripting. It's not limited that whatever is options which are given to us, we have to use only those options while testing. If someone wants to do any kind of advanced scripting, that the code is available, they can make changes in the source code and change the scripting accordingly. So there are options available for doing advanced scripting also. And one more important part of SOAP UI is that it has given us option for integration with tools like JUnit, Apache Maven project, Hudson. These kind of tools can be linked with our SOAP UI tool. So friends, you can see that there are so many advantages which SOAP UI offers, and when we are going to use SOAP UI for creating the scripts, at that time you will realize that yes, all these features which are there, they are actually implemented using SOAP UI. It's not just a matter of saying that these are the features which are provided by SOAP UI, but you can actually implement these kind of options, these kind of features using the SOAP UI tool. So make sure that your SOAP UI which you are using then when we use it, so at that time we will be able to relate with these points. Thank you for joining.